back to another episode of It Works For Me. My name is Kiana.
It's Marquis.
And we're here just giving you guys information about what works for us.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to be talking about a little bit of everything.
Whatever you need.
Excuse my eyes, I'm not looking at the right spot, but we've been through a lot. So, I just been checking, okay? But, so yeah, we just talk about anything, everything, all topics, okay? Today, though, we're going to talk about starting a new business.
Biz naive, y'all.
So, in the spirit of business, let's go ahead and get to the current events that's been going on with Apple. They got a new feature going on where you can delete your. They got a new feature going on where you can delete your messages.
I saw that.
How do you feel about that feature?
As soon as I seen that, I said what I said. That's exactly what I said. I'm like, but pass me life before proofreading and just being, emotional. And I needed that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't have a concrete answer on it. I say what I said. I'm not gonna delete nothing.
Yeah.
But for this generation of kids that are like probably sending shit out that they need to delete, I'm here for that. Because, they're really fragile and it's a lot going on with them, with social media and all that. So if they could delete something, let them delete it. But me, I say what I said.
Yeah. No, I never looked at it as the part of like grammar. That wasn't even my first thought. I'm talking
about like emotionally, like
no,
being like just saying
you also mentioned the grammar part. Mm-hmm. Like you said your OU of writing stuff and not checking it. I still do that to this day. And guess what? I still said what I said. If you don't understand, fill in the blanks, okay? But I just thought about the market that came to my mind is this is another setback. The reason why people already have a hard time holding themselves accountable, and all this is gonna do is give people the excuse to not hold themselves accountable. Like
you better screenshot.
But my thing is, why do I have to do all that?
It should be that now. But people be record whole threads. You better have receipts.
But I'm saying, if they be in a text message, they don't have to go and they record it so that it can all be in one spot. Oh. They not trying to record it before you delete it.
So I thought it was like how, I think Facebook has it, Messenger, where like if I send something, I have 10 seconds to like delete it. So they're saying like I can delete it if I sent it 3 days ago?
I think that's how the feature go. I
thought it was like real quick.
I'm thinking it's stating like anything you send, you can delete.
Oh, I'm not here for that because that's how cheaters.
Yes,
cheaters is not gonna try to get caught up, and that's how people gonna be out here looking crazy.
And also, I think about
like you was talking to yourself.
And then I also think about the catfishers, like
the scammers.
When you actually want to take somebody to jail for doing you dirty, like you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard because you're not gonna have the proof because they're gonna be able to delete it,
screenshot and everything, just in case. This ain't adding up.
I don't like that feature, and I really hope that it's not true, but I think it is true. And I'm not with it. Like, I'm just not with that feature at all.
Yeah, I could do without.
I
said what I said.
I said what I said, and it's okay. You're gonna have to deal with it. Like, don't be worried about it. Like, it's okay.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
It's not that. But like I said, for the generations, I think.
No, I feel like all you doing is enabling them for them. No, seriously.
So like you said, they're not able to be held accountable
at all. Like, no, I don't like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the questions here. You see me looking down? I'm looking at my phone because that's where I got the questions.
It's the notes, y'all.
It's
know
the notes
what it
for
is.
me. So, starting a business. This is a new business venture that we're going on. Like, this is our new baby. Marquis has already started a business. She has a tax business. Plug yourself.
Yes, so I do credit, y'all. Credit repair.
Yes, you do.
But I also am just big on like really the mission is just to show people how they can use healthy credit to become wealthy. So there's definitely a link between that when you know what you're doing, teaching people their laws, their rights, all of that good stuff. Key Enterprises, QUI, Enterprises spelled regular way. On Instagram, you go on there, link in the bio, book your free consultation.
Yes,
actually, by the time this drop, not a free consultation.
Yeah, it won't be. I'm sorry.
So book your consultation.
But I'm sure you might have a little code they can use.
Yeah. Okay, so matter of fact, if you watched our this episode, I'm gonna get you a code. We're gonna link it at the bottom. So then you can get you a free consultation.
Okay.
Come through. Use your free consultation, ask your questions, get your credit together. Don't wait until you try to buy a house, boo. Please don't wait. Get it together now. Okay.
So she got her baby.
Yes.
I'm starting a new business. I have the Bible game card for you guys to refresh on, what the Bible's talking about. If you don't know
your word.
Right. If you don't know, it's good. It's a good game to get you active and learning about the Bible. If you know, it's just a little refresher so that you can know the little key terms. And we will be doing a card throughout this podcast, so you will see how that game goes.
Yes.
But we are actually starting this podcast together as a new venture.
It's our baby.
Right. And I guess my question would be, do you think that you have to have confidence in order to start a business?
Definitely, because I feel like that's going to bleed into your audience, bleed into your work. So if you are hesitant, your audience is going to be hesitant. Because I feel like with any business, if you walk in and the person's like, I don't really know what I'm doing, baby, bye. Hair, any type of service or any type of, or if people like, I don't know, they don't know what they got going on.
That's real.
I don't want to be there for that. People will come for your come up, but you gotta know what you're doing now, or fake it till you make it.
No, I live by faking it till you make it. I can tell you the first time I faked it till I make it was driving a car. My cousin, I'm not even playing with you. My cousin, she had always let me use her car. So I was like, 15, 14 maybe. And I remember she used to always, because her friends like to drink and stuff, and I would drive. So
nothing want to drink so bad they let you drive.
That's because they thought I could drive. So I was driving, whatever. We went to Gary one time. I would never forget this. We went to Gary one time, and my cousin was like, do you feel confident or comfortable on the highway or whatever? And I said, yeah. Girl, first time on the highway, nervous as fuck. But I faked it till I made it. And she didn't even know that was my first time. Like,
did you told her after?
No.
You never told her?
No.
I'm weak.
Never asked. And I never told. No facts. And I've done that so much in my life where I just was like, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Okay, that's a good mindset. Because me, baby, I have been driving since I was like 6. Because my daddy is just like, so it started off as I'm on your lap.
Oh, that's how it started for me too.
And then afterwards it'd be like he's driving my friend's home, and it'd be like, okay, let's switch.
Yeah.
And so then I get in there, so I'm nervous. I'm more nervous because it's my friend, and then like it's random. Like for me, it's like this was unplanned.
Yeah.
I did not mentally prepare to be behind the driver's seat. Yeah. So that wasn't it. And I remember he was like, let's go on the highway, and I'm like, the highway? He was like, it's actually easier than the streets because you got less people to worry about. You got no stop signs, all that. So but that's a good mentality to live by, because baby, I was like, the highway.
Okay, so let me just be clear before we move on. So we do not support or suggest that you drive without a license or a permit. We just telling our story. This is how it was for us. It worked for us. But please be sure to drive safe and with the proper license. Thanks. And back to the episode.
Make a thing, but also it's like I feel like when you look good, you smell good, you feel good, and when you feel confident in what you're doing, even if you're not don't feel like you know it 100%, but you feel confident that I'm supposed to be doing, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I belong here. Yeah. Then that shows.
Yes. You know, and I feel like those around you are A, attracted to that energy, and B, have to respect that. Right. I'll never forget. There was like, a man was like, it's something about the confidence of a woman. He was like, I don't care if you, and this is his words, I don't care if you butt ugly, but you got a pretty ass ear. You better walk in and flaunt that ear, baby. And he was like, and then people gonna be like, it's something, it ain't the face, but it's something that's going on where baby knows she cute. Right. So yeah, it's definitely one of those. You better show that ear off, okay?
Okay, you better show what you got. Okay. So how hard was it putting yourself out there? Initially, so you started your business prior to the podcast. I would say my story, it took me a very long, I would say it started with, as a teenager, you're just free to do anything. You don't really care about much. So I used to always be on social media. Facebook, I have so many old Facebook messages that be popping up on my, remember this happened 10 years ago. Where I'm spelling words wrong and all kinds of stuff. Like, I was such a butterfly when it came down to social media. And then I drew back because I felt like I didn't know who I was. And I didn't know what I wanted people to perceive me as. And that put me in a corner where it's like, okay, I have to develop myself first before I can put myself out there. But with a business, it's kind of like, you just got to go with the flow. You can't just, you can, come up with a plan, but it don't work until you do it. You know what I mean? So how was it for you as far as, starting your business and figuring out what works for me? So that's a really good question. So putting yourself out there personally is different than putting yourself out there business wise, because I'm active on social media, but not what. I'm just saying. I'm listening to your response, but okay. So I'm active on social media, personally, but not all my business is out there type thing. So for business wise, it was okay, you have to be consistent. You have to, constantly post. You have to, so it was different for me. It was I went in confident because I'm okay, I rock with a lot of people. They'll rock with me. But my industry is unique in that I'm not selling a product that you can purchase or that everybody wants. I'm selling a service that requires intimate information. I ask people for their driver's license, for their credit scores, for their social security numbers, for important information. So it really takes a level of trust. So I think having people that rock with me has helped, because I've had people that say I don't trust going to anybody else. I've gotten done dirty, in the credit business. I trust coming to you. But then I also, on the flip side, have people who have told me, so-and-so wants to come to you, but they scared because they credit score low. And they think I'm going to judge them. And no, because baby, what class you took about credit? Because I didn't until I started, investing into myself. But I have a degree. And baby, what class? Because baby, there was none. So I feel like putting myself out there was a little bit easier, but once I started to develop that that business persona, and I guess not getting the ultimate feedback that I thought I would, then it started to become okay, you have to build your own brand. You have to, it's separate from your personal person. So I think now it becomes a little bit more, I have to be conscious about when you said, what am I putting out there? And I guess for me, the biggest thing is that my ministry is not making things look aesthetically pleasing. I'm getting better because I have to. When you are a small business owner, you are also a content creator. So I'm forced to. But for that, I was just I will spend hours editing or, being should I put this out? So that takes a place of how would I put myself out there? So I definitely hear you talking about aesthetically that there's a difference. And I heard you state about the consistency is a difference. But is it really a difference of putting yourself out in a business and putting yourself out personally? Because you're both still open for judgment, both ways. You're both still open for opinions. of if you deserve to have this business, or if you deserve to for people to trust you in this business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out where you saying like there's a difference.
Because I feel like personally it would be like, you know, like say for instance, like you're in a relationship, and then if somebody puts, and some people do this, or in the past I've done this, they put their whole relationship business out there. Now people is like real life in your business and think they know what's going on in your relationship.
But you don't think that I'm sorry, you do not think that accompanies your business as well? Because
yeah, but it's not as personal.
But what I'm saying is, if they label you as a messy person, they're gonna label you as a messy person individually and as a business person.
But see, there's a way to separate that. Now, granted, the way social media works, the people who follow your personal page may also follow your business page. But like, say you venture off and get a store. When you walk into a store, sometimes you may not even ever meet the owner, and then if you do meet the owner, unless you follow their personal page, which they may not allow you to, you don't know nothing about them. So this is a really good, like at this point, all I care about is your customer service and your product. So you can have 12 husbands and be cheating on I don't know nothing about that, boo. Mm-hmm. I came for the product and the service. Now, with social media currently could probably make it blurred lines depending on how open. Like some people have their personal page is also their business page. Mm-hmm. Now, I think that's risky depending on what your business is. Right. But I feel like if you make it to the point of you have your own storefront and all of that, baby, I'm not looking for all of that. Unless I'm trying to befriend you, I'm not adding your personal page. The business is all I need. Yeah. So that's why I think there is a clear-cut separation if you allow it to. Now, I think it's like for people who've known you in the past or high school and all that, they might associate that. But honestly, as we're going to find out in this venture, what I've learned from my experience with, you sometimes will get more support from outsiders than insiders, and I've learned that it's because people will see you as a certain way, and sometimes they don't want to see you as being more successful than them, so that's why they won't support you, and that's just a inward thing that you don't take that personally. So the outsiders, they don't know nothing about what I got going on, and I'm gonna keep it like that.
Yeah, I guess because I am I look at reality TV as my comedy. Mm-hmm. It's something I can laugh at. Mm-hmm. So I look at reality TV stars, and I look at, their personal and then their business. And I do see what you were saying, like, there's a difference between personal and business. Because, like, we think about Ray J. On reality TV, like, he's a hot mess. Mm-hmm. But, he got his Raycons and this and that, you know what I mean? And
you got people like me who don't really watch reality TV, so like I'll walk into the store and be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm thinking Ray J won. Which Ray J? I'm like, I don't know what the messiness he got going on. I know it's some Kim K stuff, but it ain't that deep.
Right. No, but I use that example just to like give you a perspective of like how I feel like it could blur lines. But I definitely I'm not gonna say I disagree. I guess I'm just pushing the envelope of like making you dig a little deeper on that question, because me personally, I had already made my decision that my page is private on Instagram and it's going to remain private on Instagram, because I feel like what I want to post personally is only for people that I feel that should have that access. Everybody don't need to know my business, and I'm okay with that. Like
Same.
I don't
what
need
people
to have,
do with your business.
Did you have any insecurities when you put yourself out there? Was there anything that was like, I don't want people to see this part of me, or I don't want people to find this thing out about me, or it could be just, I'm not ready, and I hope they don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not really, in the sense of, the only thing I felt like I was insecure about and still currently working on is like the aesthetically pleasing thing, because my ministry is, I know the information, I got it. If you got a question, I got you. And so, and especially because the industry I'm in and the community that I come from and the age group that I'm in, that there's not too many people who know what I know. And so I'm genuinely sharing new information. And so it's not like I'm concerned, like I'm not in a very common you know, like industry where like there might be 6 other people that I know doing it, and now we're comparing each other, or like, oh, I went to so-and-so shop and she got this, you know. So it's a unique industry, which also makes it hard because I don't have too many people to like look to or to question about and all of that. But the aesthetics is, you know, that's not my ministry, like I said before. So that's the part where I'm a little insecure about, because that's what grabs people's attention. I can have all the knowledge in the world, but if I can't grab your attention in order to get to share it, what good does it do? So I do look to my friends who do have that, like, you know, I've asked you about, you know, personally about things. My boyfriend's good with like aesthetics just because that's just like his, you know, his mindset. I have a really good friend, Bree, who's like really good with that type of stuff. So, but I'm also like, you know, people got their own stuff going on, so I don't try to bombard them with them, but I will ask for a little feedback in that. And I just think that the more as I practice, it will, you know, it will come. But that has been my biggest insecurity of like, you know, dang, like how is my brand, or how does this look to other people? Would you click on this? You know, would you? So yeah, that's, but not nothing else.
I feel like for me, I don't know if this is considered an insecurity, but like I stated, I am a very private person and I'm very low key. So putting myself out there is just like, why? Like, that's my first mindset.
Not
like,
why.
like, why? You know, people, it's just funny because like so many people be like, you need to post more, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm just like, I feel like when you're in my company, you know who I am, you get to know me, and you understand me. And I don't feel like I really have to show the world that. Like, I feel like that's something sacred to myself. And like now, starting a new business and having to put myself out there is just kind of like a little uncomfortable, because it's like, I don't care about what people think about me or what they got to say about me, but it's still a part of like
the business.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the
and
business.
you can separate that, because like there's artists who, if you look on their personal page, if they have one, they don't post much, but they got their music out, or they, you know, got that. So there's a way to.
But my image is my business. This is a podcast.
That's different.
My image is my business, so it's like
people gotta be. So wait, we gonna still keep our stuff private.
I'm keeping my page private.
Okay, I'm saying y'all need to be in the business. Like, if you want to be cool,
like, we're gonna have a podcast Instagram account.
Okay,
so
and
things
if I don't know
things
you,
are for you will be on that. I mean, if I might be, you know, one day I might be a little tipsy or something, and be like, let them in, close it up. Like,
I don't know. I feel like it's too many out. Like, you can't always tell people's intentions from social media, and so I feel like you do have to have that discernment of like when you let people in, because. But see, that's what I also like about, I feel like social media is knowing that, because then they have like the close friends. So there's certain things that I will post that's like only my friends, but I don't know. I feel like I'm too controversial to be trying to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I post something in a heartbeat that'll hurt your feelings if you don't know me.
Yeah.
Because I've had whole people that be like, you don't like white people.
Bar, because
I've had people that be like, you don't like white people.
Yeah, that's
Boo, my mother was white.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call you out. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah. That's facts. So we let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's a bar.
You know,
that's a bar, because like literally I get that a lot. Like, especially I used to get that with close friends that would be like, you know, dang, that kind of like hurt me, and I would gently apologize, but it's like, you can't keep getting offended when I'm doing something that's just me. Like, I understand if I'm doing something intentionally that might hurt you, or not even, it could be unintentional, but like something that I know needs to change within myself. But if it's just something of me just being me, and you getting offended by it, then that means you don't know me, and you're not trying to get to know me, because then you'll be able to understand that a little better. That's just how I feel, and that's how I feel about my Instagram. Like, even the people that I do follow still don't get to see the inside of what's going on, but still, like, if I do decide to post something, you just gotta know me to understand where it's coming from. So I definitely feel that that's definitely a bar.
Social media is a little slippery slope, and I mean, we had social media for like what, at least half our lives at this point, and it's still hard to navigate. So I don't know. I be a little concerned for these new kids, because social media is their life, and it comes to the point of like kids only no filters to the point they want to get plastic surgery to look like filters, then they have a very high suicide rate because, you know, think about yourself as like when these hormones are raging, you're trying to discover who you are, and then you think you look like this filter you keep putting on your face, then you go to school, somebody take a picture of you, and then you're like, who is that? Exactly. You know, then there's body dysmorphia. So it's really sad, and I'm just blessed that I do know myself enough to be like, I can step away when I need to. I, of course, to a certain extent, I care what people think, but not enough to be like.
What do you mean? What's the extent?
Like I said, like I'm, you know, sometimes I'll be spending hours on trying to see what looks aesthetically pleasing, and that can be on a personal reel, like, you know, just like, you know, does this font look right, you know, all that type of stuff, or, you know, something or whatever, or am I showing too much, am I not, you know, whatever. So that, but not like on a sense of like, I've really gotten past the point of like, I am who I am. Like, you've seen me in person. If you haven't, you know, it's not that serious to me. So like, I can do a no filter, you know, I will, depending on, you know, what the day is or whatever, but like I will also, I purposely will do no filter because I don't want to become those people who I cannot recognize myself. Then plus I think about like, if you ever have kids and your grandkids look back at pictures and it's like, you can't really see your own genes because you have seen only filters. Like, them not your lips.
Oh,
not, like, I have freckles, y'all. Certain filters will cover my freckles, and if my genes, if my kids see those, they'll be like, where did I get these freckles from? Baby, I got them. So, you got to be careful with that.
But we're going to talk about that more in another episode. We're going to talk about that more in another episode because I definitely have a point to that of, something that I saw on Instagram about a man suing a woman because of how their baby came out. So we're gonna dig a little deeper on that. For sure, we're gonna dig a little deeper on that. Bible game cards.
Keys cards.
We're gonna do a question for Marquis.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna get my life together because these cards, y'all.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be trying to look.
Don't be
winning, y'all. Don't be winning. But I feel like I'm still winning in the end because we do go to the verse and I get to, you know.
You gonna get to know it.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I got a good one. All right. So, here's the question for Marquis. So, this is in Genesis. Okay. Who turned into a pillar of salt? Was it A? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give you some content, okay? This is when we're talking about Lot, okay? So, who turned into a pillar of salt, okay? Was it A, Lot, B, Lot's daughter, C, Lot's visitors, or D, Lot's wife?
Lot's wife,
okay. And
bonus, another one.
I got a bonus question for half more point. Okay.
A half more?
Yeah, that was right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was correct.
Okay. I remember
for
that.
a half a point extra. Why?
Is it like a one-word answer?
It's a 2-word answer in Passing the Bible.
Okay, I don't know about no 2 words, but from what I remember, I think, look, this is my answer for everything, because God said so. He said don't turn around and look, and what she did, she looked, and that was her consequence.
It wasn't God though.
Oh.
It was the visitors that told her not to look.
Oh.
But
they was listening to God.
But you have to answer, you just didn't say it. Because you said, because God said so, he told her not to look, and she looked. The answer was, she looked back.
Oh, she looked back. Okay, that's 3 words though.
That's 2. Look back.
Look back.
Look back.
Oh, okay.
That's what I had.
Wait, what was the question?
Why? Why did she turn into a pillar of salt?
Oh, because
she looked back.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I overdid my part on that. I was, jumping the gun. I assumed everyone knew what was going on.
No, we don't. Okay,
that was my bad. But I knew that though. I knew that though.
So you can find the answer in Genesis 19:26. That's on the card, and it states, "But the wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt." Straight to the point.
Remember that.
Remember that. So that was the game cards. Make sure you purchase yours in the link below.
Yes, get y'all cards, y'all. Make sure you know your word.
Know your word. It's just a good time, like, to learn. If you don't like really reading the Bible, the game cards, if you do the cards, you can learn, and you can learn a little bit about the Bible, and then refer you back to the Bible, and you can try to dig in. If not, if you know the word, it's just a little refresher.
Yes, and that'll help you, because I read Genesis, and so like now I'm thinking back like, yeah, I need to refresh on that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, she said Genesis, I got this.
Yeah,
time to go back.
So yeah, go ahead and get yours. Now we're gonna move on to the last segment of the night.
Let's do it.
This is gonna be what don't work for us.
Yes.
Okay, what does not work for us?
No can do, I can go.
Okay.
No can do that.
I can't go for that. No. All right. So, what is something in business that is a non-negotiable?
I'm gonna say this because I've seen this in other partnerships. Mishandling the funds.
Ooh.
Like, no can do, no, I can't go for that. No. I feel like you need to make sure that your partner is also financially stable, whatever that looks like for y'all, and that business is business, and we don't use that for personal unless you get paid out, you know, type thing. So for me, that's a because you ain't gonna stress me out. No. And I'm not trying to take nobody to court. So.
Okay. Well, I feel like ours align, because I was just gonna say somebody I can't trust.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't trust you, I can't do no business with you. That's just that. Because I'm gonna be able to trust you with getting things completed. I'm gonna be able to trust you with handling the money. I'm gonna have to trust you with talking to my customers.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't trust you, I can't work
for real, because that's your right hand man. So it's like, if I can't do it, you know, this is my, you know, in from working in job settings, you can't trust all your coworkers. So you be like, matter of fact, I'll do that, because they ain't gonna get back to you. So that's why you gotta make sure your person is your person of like, they gonna follow through. They gonna do right. You know, so agree.
That's important. Agree. So that's what doesn't work for us.
That ain't gonna work.
Right. So thank you so much for coming and joining us at It Works For Us. I hope you have learned something, got something, started a conversation with your friends. You know, make sure you leave comments below.
Comment below what works for you, what didn't work for you. What you want us to talk about, what works for us.
And those that are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I don't think that they have an option. We new to this, so I don't know if they have an option to comment, but you can always hit us up on social media, on our Instagram account, and talk with us. Let us know how you like that. Let us know how you like the episode. All that. So, thank you again for joining us. Bye-bye.